Friends, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. We're continuing our cruise through history. It's the 10th century. I hope you guys have maybe gotten a chance to see the previous installments. We started at the 8th century BC, and now we are at the 10th century of the Common Era after Christ, or Anno Domini. Okay, so I'm going to start a timer as always. So I don't go on too long. All right, so the 10th century is essentially the 900s in China. The Song dynasty. This is actually a break from what usually happens with these entries. It usually starts in the west and then finishes in the east, but now we're starting in the east. All right. So in China, the Song dynasty was established with most of China reuniting after the fall of the Tang dynasty and the following 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period. Okay. The Muslim world experienced a cultural zenith, especially in al-Andalus under the Caliphate of Córdoba, and in the Samanid Empire under Ismail Samani. Okay, so what does cultural zenith mean? Okay, so this is there's like a whole wiki called the Islamic Golden Age. I'm going to add that to the reading list. Okay, so, and I think we established before, caliphate, this is a recurring word. I think that's like kingdom, maybe. I think is that a close term for it? Maybe kingdom. Okay, let's continue. Additionally, there was a cultural flourishing for the Byzantine Empire, which also reconquered some lost territories, and the First Bulgarian Empire, as well as the Holy Roman Empire during the Ottonian Renaissance. Okay, so we got a couple of new terms here. The First Bulgarian Empire, let's have a look at that. And the Holy Roman Empire, let's have a look at that. Man, I have so many tabs opened. This should be illegal. All right, so the First Bulgarian Empire. It was a medieval state that existed in southeastern Europe between the 7th and 11th centuries. So that's the 600s all the way to the kind of, I guess it'd be the 1000s. It was founded in 680, or 681, after part of the Bulgars, led by Aspera, moved south to the northeastern Balkans. And the Holy Roman Empire, which was also kind of entering history, also known as Holy Roman Empire of the German nation, after 1512, was a polity in Central and Western Europe, usually headed by the Holy Roman Empire. Okay. And there's something called the Ottonian Renaissance, which happens, and this has to do with the Holy Roman Empire, it seems, and in particular happens under the Holy Roman Emperors of the Ottonian dynasty, hence the name Ottonian Renaissance. The historian Lynn White, she has her own Wikipedia, good for her, was an American historian of technology and college president. So the historian Lynn White mentions of the period that to the modern eye, it is very nearly the darkest of the dark ages. If it was dark, it was the darkness of the womb. Interesting. Caesar Baronius famously described it as an iron century because it was iron in its harshness, in its sterility of goodness, while Lorenzo Valla gave it the similar name, Age of Lead and Iron. interesting. So this 10th century has a lot of very dark names. In the time left, let's go through some pictures. We have kind of the classic scene in the beginning of the 10th century here. And here we have a statue from India of a yogini. Don't know what that is exactly. And this is that 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period in China. So China is definitely not like this unified, conglomerated state that's pushing forward. It's definitely fractured and has its fair share of civil wars. And this is the Bulgars. Okay, let's see what else we have. Political divisions in England. So Kingdom of Scots, Yorks, Mercia, Wessex. Look at this. So divided are they. Okay. And the earliest representations of a gun, fire lance, and grenade. You can see them here in the 10th century in China. Okay, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys on the next one. That'll be the 11th century. Thanks for tuning in.